What is that show that I'm singing?
Not sure.
Now
Now remember, the show is exciting when you're excited. So whenever Dick gets animated, be sure to clap and laugh along.
What is that song from?
Is that like Tonight Show or something? Like,
Is
It's from
it?
the Dick Show.
Oh, that's the Dick Show?
No, I know what you're. It's like one of those late shows. 'Cause somebody's coming out and waving.
Yeah.
Tonight, Chubby Checker.
All right, you look better.
Doing the twist.
You look better. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. What's up, gentlemen?
Well, now I'm trying to figure out where that song comes from.
Yeah.
I know.
I do think it is just
That's
like one of
great.
those generic like movie stand-ins for like a Tonight Show theme.
No, that's from something.
Is it?
Yeah. Someone's going to know. Where is everybody? Did everyone have the day off here? Or are we just that early? People are so used to me being late. Yeah, what the fuck? Where is everybody?
People are saying it's
Beef
the Tonight
Breeze? It's the Tonight Show?
Somebody said-
All right. Well, it's the Tonight Show. It's the
Show. Tonight Show with Jay Leno. No.
It's got to be it.
Maybe.
Or did he change it to be more
I think he might
Leno-y?
have changed it. Yeah, it might have been the original Tonight Show. Like,
Minutes before the show is weird. Yeah, that's true. It is weird. I sound terrific. It must be you, Johnny.
Is it?
No.
It's not me.
I fixed all the sound, though.
Oh.
Well, right before Sean left.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this Swiss cheese sandwich I've got here. Look at this. Look at
I
this.
was trying to make sense of that.
See all them
Jesus
spiking all over?
Christ.
One screw up, and you're stuck in an infinite loop, and you'll blow your ears out. But I navigated these channels successfully. That's how, to bring you Cantillions hitting on Sports Bra Taylor, to bring you that magic. I've done all of this to bring you that. So he could hit on her from Discord to Skype, where she video calls in. Because I don't want to put her in Discord, because then people will have easier access to talk to her.
Very true.
And then that will be the end. That was the end of Chris the Kiwi.
Right.
Access. So I'm keeping Taylor in my walled in my tower, my ivory tower of Skype. Is that the correct usage of ivory tower, Vito?
Yeah.
Or is it just tower? Because Rapunzel wasn't in an ivory tower. It was just a big tower.
Well, where does Ivory Tower come from? I think
I don't know.
It's to signal prestige and wealth.
Well, that's not what this show signifies.
It's more of a
Just
shit
a
tower.
Shitty tower.
Lumber tower.
When is this going to turn into a furry server? Now! This is a furry show. You didn't know that? This is a furry show for furries. We just don't talk about it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
We should all discuss our personas.
Yes.
Mine is Wild Paw, the tiger.
Oh,
Claw
wow.
man.
Can you bump
Yeah.
him up a little bit, Johnny?
Test 1, 1, 2.
And then I think we're ready to
Hot
go.
dog. And my partner is
What is your partner?
Snow Fur.
Snow fur?
Snow Lake.
Did you put fur in the fursona?
Is that the ultimate
My
sin of
name is
furries?
Adam Human.
Adam Human.
Humanstein.
Adam Human.
My name is Alfred
I've
Manstein.
come to live among the furs.
Oh my God. I woke up to a reminder today. You know what the Google, do you use Google Photos or maybe Apple Photos does? No, Apple doesn't do this. This is a Google Photo only feature.
Yeah.
It's called the, hey, remember how fat you were feature, where every day or so it'll pop up here's how fat you were 5 years ago. And you're, of course it's you, so you have to swipe on them. It was 5 years ago today that I was in Mexico with 80s Girl, secretly, remember?
Right.
And we've working on that, which would become the Dick Show episode 1, which is the 5-year episode anniversary next week. It didn't even say, look how fat you were 5 years ago. It popped up a picture of a urinal, a Mexican urinal, that had a big ice block in it. And as soon as I saw that urinal, it took me back like Ratatouille. I was like, oh my God, I remember how aggravating this urinal was, built out of tile that they didn't trim. So you have to launch your piss over an entire section of tile. You know how much Mexicans love just cutting things
eyeballing it
off, right?
Eyeballing it.
Like, well, you know, this comes as a whole, and then you put the hole on. They're like, you just cut it in half. There you go. That's just as good, and it's like a round and a jagged edge on the other side.
Okay.
This time they decided not to do that, and the tile that the purpose for it was to put on the top of the lip between the drain and the trough of the pisser and the pissor.
Between you and
pisser.
the piss, deliverer.
So you have to. Any kind of dribbles or squirts or false starts just are like a track, like the DeLorean's fire going back from your piss, splattering all over your... I took a picture of that, so I'm going to talk about this on the show.
So a picture of your penis hanging over a Mexican urinal?
Not my penis. Oh, that's very generous of you, but no, it's just the urinal. I've got to pull it up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think like now we got to see what you're talking about.
Now you got to see what I'm talking about, and then I'll show you how fat I am. Memories together. Here we go. Oh no, these aren't.
I got my Google memory, and it was a very racist totem pole outside a gas station on the way to Vegas. And that made me happy.
What do you mean?
There's this gas station, if you're on the way to Vegas from LA, you can stop at, and they've just got this weird like metal sculpture.
Here, 5 years ago, it popped this up, and I thought, oh my God,
that's
I remember.
A urinal?
Right?
Yeah, that's
super the ice
weird.
In there isn't. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
That's very odd.
Here, you want to see how fat I am? I'm going to block out 80s girl. This is the picture. The very next picture is 80s girl taking a hilarious pretend drink out of a, novelty-sized Jack Daniels bottle, as though that had never been done. Hey, let's take a picture to start off our Mexico trip. Sure, let me just grab this novelty-size bottle of Jack Daniels that still has the wrapping on it, the cellophane, the safety thing on it.
It's not open.
And I'm going to take I'm going to put my hand on the nozzle so you can't see that it's not glowing.
The cap's not off.
I said, all right, that's wonderful,
That's
honey.
hilarious.
This
She
is
should
how
be a
fat
comedian.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the thing. Yeah.
Is she
Great.
really drinking that?
You know what?
Wow.
So thank you all for listening for 5 years. Oh my God. Welcome to Dig. You want to, you love it, you need it, you got it. It's a show where there's a contest coming to you live from Mount Bronco, deep in the heart of the city of Failure. I'm your host, Dick Maxson, aka the $20 million man, voted America's worst Mexican. 111 weeks running. Joining me for today is Johnny, the audio engineer.
What's up, Dick?
Johnny on the spot. Did
Johnny
you like that Ken Doll and Hyde song?
I loved it. Friends and family loved it. Fucking Ken Doll knocked that shit out of the
Played
park.
it for your friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Like, well, hey, everybody, look at this song that this guy wrote about me, like that.
Oh, yeah. I went out the gate and was just like, you know what? Like, I am so great. You should all fucking know about this.
Tell me about your favorite parts of the song, too. That's what you told them. Give me your favorite parts, and they better all be different and unique to this song.
The fanny pack part was pretty good.
Yeah.
I still have that collection. It's
Of
great.
fanny packs?
Yeah.
Fanny packs are great, man.
This software company is known for not giving anyone free shit ever.
Yeah.
And so I got 4 free fanny packs from them. I was like, what's up, idiots? Like,
why would they send you... Like, because you're so
Well, it
cool
was-
that they want runoff cool? Like, runoff representation? Like, this guy probably knows 3 cool guys.
it was at a trade show, and I was wearing a fluorescent jacket. So when I showed up, they were like, well, you need these to
This
match.
guy
And I was
needs
like,
a
yes, I
fanny
do.
pack. Yeah.
Okay, and joining, thank you for being here on this very unhealthy show. Thank you for not killing yourself. Vito, joining us is Vito.
Hello, Dick.
Hello. How was your experience rebooting the biggest problem in the universe? Thank you. If only I had known you instead of my girlfriend 5 years ago, we could have just rolled the old show into the
Could've
new
went
one.
straight forward into the new thing.
My life would be so much better.
Well, it's been a whirlwind, Dick.
Yeah.
Ever since we've rebooted that show, I mean, hundreds are pouring out of the woodwork to congratulate me on my fantastic performance.
I wish I had a drum roll that I would play, because we'd always do at the beginning of the old show, we did a thing called Which Problem Had the Most Votes.
Oh, wow. That's a creative name you came up with.
Yeah. Which problem had the most votes?
Shouldn't you go from bottom to top, or you go right to the top?
I don't remember why we did it. There was some autism at play. Now I can't find where. God, Maddox had this stuff together. This wasn't up to me. I actually can't find where I listed them out. It was what I need a control F on my eyes. I can't look for things anymore.
You can't search on a paper. Well, I saw it on the.
I can't search on a piece of paper. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah.
I know woke marketing had the most votes.
Yeah, I think so. I think, it's weird. I went in blind to a format I've never done before and surmounted the king himself.
And you had the most votes. It's not. That's all.
That's all. That doesn't mean anything.
No, it's just means who. Yeah. Because people are voting on the problems themselves.
Sure.
See, they're not voting. It's not like a. It's not.
Yeah, Vito, there's no winning.
Oh, okay.
Well, we all win.
So, if you won, you would never play, a comical song to, taunt the person who maybe had lost. That wouldn't be a thing.
Look, it's about, the problems are there to stand on their own.
Right.
Either of us could bring in the same problem. Mm-hmm. We could even just argue ourselves about the problem. It doesn't matter. So the fact that woke marketing came in with the most number of votes is
ultimately meaningless.
Right. Buy the Dip came in second. That's good for me.
Although mine, which came in second, is very important. Yeah.
Pokemon card scalping came in third. Pronoun resistance. I can't believe that people weren't more receptive to my very intellectual problem.
Yeah.
I can't believe more people weren't like, wow, Dick, I never thought of it that way. I should change my behavior. Thank you for correcting me.
You really thought telling everyone to assume gender neutral pronouns was going to just blow people's minds?
Let's see what I got here. Sean sent in a text message about his trip so far, which I hoped was going poorly.
Yeah.
And it is. So that's good. He said it's a disaster. The fucking rental SUV blew out a tire one day and the cooling system fucked up on the next. Changed a tire on the side of the 10 freeway with trucks whizzing by before AAA could get there. And the spare was flat also. So they had to come anyway. If it fucks up again, I'm going to drive it through the rental place when I get there. Sean's not having a good time, and I'm glad about that because he shouldn't have.
He shouldn't have left.
No, he shouldn't have left.
Serves him right.
Okay, should we do our problems right away?
It's up to you.
Are you prepared for that?
I wrote some things down.
You wrote some things down. Do you want to go first as the winner?
Is that the?
That's the protocol usually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if that's the protocol.
Go for it.
Okay.
And I got a lot of things to bitch about. The White Boy Summer starts today, officially. I don't know, Johnny. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Here's how you know. This is Elliot Page's pool. When the White Boy Summer starts when Elliot Page posts his first topless pic of the season. Look at those abs, man. This is Elliot Page's. I don't know if for some reason, I think Elliot Page is allowed to post a topless picture of himself, but I kind of don't know if I am allowed to show it. But I'm going to do it anyway.
No, you're allowed. You don't know if you're allowed to show it.
There's a lot of bigots, Vito.
Oh, you don't want any bigotry.
I don't want any bigots in the trust and safety to say, well, you're showing a topless man, and that's not allowed. Like it's the 30s anymore.
Yeah.
Look at those abs.
Do you think those abs are real? We were trying to discuss.
Those abs are real.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them. There's inconsistencies.
I think they're silicone implants.
They're not like
under the skin.
Ninja Turtle Halloween costume
That's what I'm
abs.
saying.
God, I'm having a bad hair day.
I think he went to China and got some implants.
But look at these obliques, too. These are real-life obliques over here. You saying those are fake, too? Listen.
They'll put a little silicone pad underneath the skin, sew it in there.
Here's what you're not realizing.
They'll add ridges to your penis if you want them to. The Chinese can do anything.
For a woman, it's easy to get abs because they love starving themselves and they love doing core workouts and Pilates.
That's true.
Easy. A woman could get abs like a man can get enormous biceps. Do you understand? They love doing this work. They love doing the workouts. They love starving themselves. But for a man like Elliot Page, it speaks to his tenacity. And because it's extremely difficult for a man to get abs, especially ones that look like this. And look at this pool, man. Elliot, buddy, you got to clean that. You got to clean that pool. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like it hasn't seen chlorine in about 8 years. That's some yellow pool water out there. All right.
Elliot Page is looking like the pool boy, though. Maybe he'll be. You see him outside the pool house. You got to keep your wife locked away.
Yeah.
Don't let her talk to that pool boy.
What do you think they did with Elliot's tits?
I think they probably donated him to,
Like a Hard Rock Cafe.
yeah. They're going to put him in lucite plastic and hang him on the wall.
All right. Go hit us with a problem, please, Vito.
Well, Dick, what's the best way to put this? There's one thing that has been a problem,
Yeah.
and that problem is blackface.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing.
Just like Maddox.
No. The real problem, however,
Yeah.
is not historical blackface. It's
Yeah.
the modern war on blackface.
Oh, okay. War on blackface.
The war on blackface has gone too far. Now we all know blackface traditionally was used to demean African Americans, black people, by as a white person you dress up and
but was it
perform
though?
in a minstrel type manner in certain ways, or to caricaturize them as jolly.
But
or
was it? I
you
mean,
know.
were there a lot of like black people getting at attendance and these things, going like, "Why would I be here? I'm so pissed off that I'm seeing something."
It was setting up stereotypes for them.
Okay.
I think in society.
Okay.
But then we've obviously evolved past it. We understand now that blackface is offensive to the black community, so we avoid doing it, right?
Right.
But as part of that, as comedy, I know you're a comedian. I respect comedy. Comedians have played around with blackface in what I would say is a very respectful manner that highlights how it can be racist.
Okay.
And you can't do that anymore. And that's a problem.
Okay.
Now, ever since Black Lives Matter happened, we are now having to go back in these, what I would call tasteful blackface representations.
Like what? What's tasteful blackface?
There was an episode of the Sarah Silverman show where she wore blackface. There were multiple episodes of 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, famously as Carl Malone on the Man Show.
How about Kramer when he tanned himself and then showed up?
And then talked about putting a
blackface?
fork sideways up your ass.
No. On the show Seinfeld, when Kramer over tanned himself and he was dating that black girl, and he at the end credits he opened the door and he was all like super burnt and outrageous tan.
I wonder if they've done anything about that episode. I don't think they have. Here's the problem: is that
they actually cut. They're
cutting
Kramer out of that whole show and recast Michael J. Fox. They had to reshoot everything.
Yeah, the new sign, the Fox cut.
Yeah.
Where do you watch that? Peacock Plus.
What were you saying?
Well, I was going to say that because of the Black Lives Matter, this hypersensitivity around these racial depictions, they've actually started removing episodes of television shows that you can no longer watch. There was 3 episodes of Scrubs are no longer available on Hulu. 5 episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, a show you think would, come on.
Talk about the disappointment of the century. Those guys getting super woke.
I don't know if they approved of it though. They haven't come out and apologized for it. It might be the corporate
but they did a whole
overlords.
episode on like being black. Like they've done multiple attempts. They've attempted multiple times to be woke on that show.
They kind of go back and forth. It does seem like, more recently now, kind of everyone in Hollywood goes that way. I mean, it sucks because, there's even episodes where it's not really blackface. There's the episode of Community where they play Dungeons and Dragons, and Ken Jeong dresses up as a dark elf, and he's painted all black.
That's blackface.
Well, they've gotten rid of that entire episode. You can no longer watch that on either Netflix or Hulu. The Office has had a scene removed.
Yeah.
Netflix removed both British comedies, The Mighty Boosh and The League of Gentlemen. And not even cartoons are immune to this erasure of great blackface portrayals. Adult Swim even pulled an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Where Shake is bitten by a radioactive black man.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good episode. Well, you're not going to be able to find it.
So Seth Rogen made those comments about how you should just be okay with comedy not being good anymore.
PC anymore?
Yeah, he's like, well, you should just be okay with it being inappropriate. And that's comedians should stop bitching about how things are inappropriate anymore.
Wait, Seth Rogen said that?
Yeah. I pulled it as something to talk about this
Wait, you're
week.
saying he's defending being inappropriate, or you're saying you shouldn't be inappropriate?
He's just saying stop complaining about jokes being inappropriate and just accept that jokes are inappropriate. Comedians shouldn't complain about cancel culture, except that jokes don't age well. And the real big problem with that, and I think you're touching on it.
Yeah, that feels like that's a contradictory statement.
No, he's saying just accept that your jokes aren't aren't appropriate anymore. Except that there's a problem.
Yeah, and
with
you need to move
problematic
on and
jokes. You need
change
to
your
change
whatever.
your material and stop fighting for things like blackface, like what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
But a big problem with it is if the funny people can't use it anymore, then only the racists are using it. It's like this hyper acceleration of anything into something that is completely untouchable and toxic. It's not like you've got a mix where it's not like you've got a mix now where you can make a couple rib bumping jokes and then somebody takes it too far and you're like, oh, you took it a little too far. Like, just dial it back. Now you've got none of the former, and the guy who did not have the sense to know he was taking it too far, just taking it too far, even further and even farther. And everybody's like, well, I mean, I got nothing I can't stop him.
Well, the other problem is that you have these guys whose like entire careers are based on being offensive, being edgy, whatever else. They've already established themselves. They've got all the money and connections. And this stuff is still funny. It hasn't stopped being funny.
Yeah.
It's just now you have them gatekeeping and being like, no, you can't make those jokes. You're like, are you saying that because you don't want me to take your job? Because you know that like that's how you get in is like by making people laugh or whatever else. I mean, like Tina Fey pisses me off that, you know, she becomes, you know, a big time comedian, whatever, you know, head writer, SNL, all this stuff, was always making edgy jokes. And then, you know, all of a sudden, after she's made all the money, after the show's off the air, she goes, as we strive to do the work and do better in regards to race in America, we believe these episodes featuring actors in race-changing makeup are best taken out of circulation. Here's the worst part. I understand now that intent is not a free pass for white people to use these images.
Okay.
I apologize for the pain they have caused. The intent of your comedy does not matter, sir. It does not matter that you are highlighting the absurdity of racism and how ridiculous it is in this day and age. Doesn't matter. Still hurtful. This has gone so far.
Anything to get people to not talk about their money.
Yes.
Anything. Pitting that WEF, the World Economic Forum that I always complain about, they're always posting stats like, well, here's what women are making versus it's like, oh, you guys know that you're causing problems at home with this shit. We can't you guys are paying everybody.
Yeah.
I have no agency over how much women are getting paid. Absolutely none.
Right.
You guys do. And now then you do it and then you make stats saying how fucked up it is to piss them off at home. So for us to deal with.
So they yell at us, even though we have no control.
Yeah.
Dick, the war on blackface has just gone too far. That we are even now coming at digital blackface. Are you aware of digital blackface?
Is that like Animal Crossing?
That is, it's when you make your Animal Crossing character black.
Yeah.
No, digital face.
No, it is. They had Afro puffs.
Yeah,
and like
I
white women all freaked out.
They added a certain hairstyle to Animal Crossing, and if you put it on a white character, everybody on the internet yells at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm talking about.
You guys using the black thumbs up emoji, right?
Or using reaction images of Oprah or other prominent black women to communicate sassiness or, I mean, they put it well here. It's an online phenomenon where white and non-black people share GIFs and photos of black folks to express emotion or reaction to anything happening on the internet, though seemingly harmless. The problem with digital blackface is that it often reinforces negative stereotypes about black folk. Okay. Those stereotypes might include that they are aggressive, loud, sassy, or simply here for your consumption and entertainment.
What reaction GIF is that?
I'm sure I don't know. I don't use a lot of GIF reactions.
I do.
You know, because I have deep respect for the black community, and I would never perform an act of digital blackface. Performing blackness, be it IRL or online, is not an acceptable form of expressing reaction or dissatisfaction, especially not in exchange for likes and retweets.
Would you do blackface if you could?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
What would you do?
I think I have some ideas.
What's like an idea? You want to think
They're
about
a little too
it?
complicated.
Too complicated? Oh, yeah, okay.
I really want a meta commentary on blackface. The point is the war on blackface has gone too far.
Yeah, but would you want Chaggett doing blackface?
No, but Chaggett wouldn't do it. That's the thing. You can do it in a funny way. It can be funny. That Office joke they cut is hilarious. Did you ever see that joke?
I don't remember.
They're having like the Christmas party, and Dwight's like, "Oh, I'm Belschnickel or whatever," and I hit people with my whip, and they're like, "That's not a real thing." And they look it up, and they're like, "He's often accompanied by his colorful imp, Markachar, who dresses in full black," and he's like, Well, we're definitely not doing that. And then he cut to the parking lot, and his buddy's dressed in all. Again, he's got the full black face.
I think
gets a text and just gets back in his car.
I think it would be more insulting if I was a black guy. It would be more. It's the most insulting stereotype would be that I'm offended by white people painting themselves with shoe polish and acting like jackasses. Like that would be a worse stereotype that I'm offended by that than any of the things they could do, like the most minstrel thing possible. Like, well, I mean, that's acting like an idiot, I guess. It's not really, I don't behave like that. Maybe I do sometimes.
When another race dresses up as a white guy and makes like white guy jokes, it's hilarious, right? As a white person, I love it.
Only a white woman would say this is the biggest problem for black people.
Right.
Because guys dressing up like them and acting like assholes.
Or posting reaction images of them. Because
that would be the most offensive thing to white women is when you imitate them like, oh, take out the trash. They're like, that's it. That's it.
Comedy's under attack.
Okay, Vito, good problem.
Thank you.
Speaking of Chaggot, I had a conversation with him the other day. Did you see that?
I did.
On the Kill Stream.
I feel like people should watch that one.
Yeah.
I'm not a normal Killstream listener, but the combination of you and Chaggot and Ralph seemed like I needed to tune in.
Chaggot, for some reason, told everyone that he had dated a 13-year-old when he was 18.
Dated?
Oh yeah,
a little farther than that.
And that he realizes this was a wrong, but it wasn't wrong, because everyone does degenerate things. And that also it's okay because he has autism, so they were technically the same level of maturity.
Yeah. He said,
I mean, that is a very autistic comment.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And my thinking was, well, doesn't that mean like it should make it worse? Like you have less understanding of a child. Not that you are a child. Like being autistic doesn't minus years. It makes you a robot, right? Like 13-year-old boys don't act like 18-year-old autistic men.
The point is,
disturbing conversation.
Christ.
The idea that an 18-year-old autistic kid is then you can have sex with 13-year-olds because they're like the same thing.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I don't know about that argument.
I think we hashed it out.
I don't think you guys. I think Chaggot came away disappointed from that conversation.
Yeah.
I think he really expected you to have his back.
I just, I wanted to feel out more of his reasoning. Okay, let's see. Here's my problem. Kid Safe Pride. Kid Safe Pride. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
Have you seen this movement? Do you know what Pride is, Johnny? The event the gay Pride event.
Yeah.
Big parade.
Huge
I guess
parade.
people are bringing kinky stuff, dildos. Stuff to indicate that there's sex happening at the gay pride event.
The gays have sex? Is that a new thing for them? Or?
And there's a big backlash. I saw Vosh, the idiot, talking about this, and I've looked into it, and there's a big deal. Making pride safe for kids. And my thinking is, how much do you guys remember being gay is about having dicks in your butts? Right? That's
like I don't know if that's the prime. Is that the primary?
No. That's
definition?
What it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Right.
That's the first thing I learned. That's how you explain it to a child. To somebody who had never heard this concept before.
Yeah.
What's all this about gay? Well, it's about dicks in the butt.
Right.
That's it. There you go.
That's it.
Are you gay?
Well, there might be a couple
How do I know
steps.
if I'm gay? Do you like dicks in the butt?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gay.
Gay.
Do you not like it? I'm not really, doesn't sound like my thing. Not gay. Perhaps bisexual. Not gay.
Okay.
It annoys me for two reasons. First of all, there's now a significant amount of energy and effort and labeling and advertising and marketing directed towards what white women want being gay to be, which is all of this, this is all about sharing love and blah, blah. No, it's about dicks in the butt. You guys you took dicks in the butt out to make gay marriage legal and talk all of the nonsense about love and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Straight marriage isn't about love, so don't try pulling this gay marriage shit is about love. Straight marriage is about dick in the pussy and money. Okay? That's what it's about. Gay marriage is about dicks in the butt. That's it. So, turning Pride kids safe Here, let me get.
Yeah, what would that entail? What do they want to get rid of?
They want to get rid of anything that could indicate sex is happening or any kind of kinks or anything like that.
Yeah.
Ironically, they're okay with that kind of stuff, but they want you to keep it in the bedroom. That is their message. That is the woke message to the gay community. We like your kinks. We're sexually forward thinking, but keep it in the bedroom.
Yeah, don't let us see it.
Don't let us see it. Which sounds awfully familiar to me, having grown up in the 80s and the 90s. I have no problems with gay people. Just keep it in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Just don't want to see it in the bedroom.
Just don't hold hands in public.
This is what they did. This is what they did to us. There is no straight pride parade where it can just be a bunch of topless whores running around celebrating, and we can all celebrate being straight because they sanitized our entire lives for children. And I don't want that to happen to our gay brothers. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
Let me pull
The
up
idea
this
that we have to
quote.
sanitize, like they've already corporatized Pride. Like I remember we went, it's like a bunch of floats with like Chase Bank logos on them and shit. I'm like, wow, this sucks. It's just being taken over by this sanitized corporate
people
branding.
who don't have sex
Yeah.
by dickless people.
Right.
Can't stick anything in a butt. Kink at Pride makes people uncomfortable and makes the event less accessible when accessibility should be a priority. Why? Shouldn't the priority be about dicks in the butt? Keep less family-friendly stuff to the many, many after parties and adjacent private venues every Pride has. The fact that this is controversial is insane to me. Pride should be a cool, queer-friendly block party that you can attend to meet with organizers and get cute shirts.
Oh my God.
This is like a networking event now. They're
sounds so lame.
They're taking the sexuality out of everything and trying to force it about identity and trying to force it into being about your identity when it is not. You know what I'm saying? As a straight man, it's not like I think about that. I think about how I'm straight a small percentage of the day.
Yeah.
And the rest is spent on the shit that defines me. Right?
Yeah, you don't spend all day being like, oh, I'm part of the straight community and this is my straight experience.
Uh-huh. And
No.
they're trying to
Your straightness
twist it
boils
around.
down to I enjoy fucking women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you're gay now. They don't want you to focus on the erotic aspect. They just want you to wear a rainbow t-shirt.
And I'm
wave
tired
a flag.
of kids ruining everything.
Yes.
The family friendly Vegas sucks. Family friendliness in general. Mothers should be driving their children from home to school in a constant state of panic that a gigantic erection is going to flop into view, that a woman is going to have her top ripped off and go running down the street going, ah! She should have one hand on the wheel and one hand over her kid's eyes, because that is the world we live in is there because of those goddamn kids. And I will be damned if I let those same women, mothers, do this to the Pride Parade.
Can't we just force kids to wear burqas until they turn like 25?
It should be illegal to take them out of the home.
Yeah.
It should be illegal to take. You should be.
There's no harm. What do you care? Yeah.
No, just like bars. Oh, can you take kids in that bar? No. Nobody wants your kids anywhere. Nobody wanted you to have kids. Fuck you for having them. You should have to pay a penalty for having them. Actually, oh, can I bring kids to your party? No. Why would I want that? Why would no one on earth has ever said, "Oh, yeah,
Bring your kid.
love it,
Help
love
lower
it."
the fun of my event.
I love not saying fuck. That's my favorite thing in the world.
I love having
Everyone-
to take down all my tasteful nude posters from my living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love doing a crisis mental inventory of what things
Sharp objects.
sharp objects and dildos that I have that cannot be seen. Dismissing accessibility as sanitization is a really underhanded and disgusting strategy. If you want something more spicy, blah, 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 people claiming this is about the woke left trying to co-opt the gay experience, identity, or whatever, and use it to cram their politics down everyone's throat. It always annoys me, the lie about who you are and what you want to do so that we can trick people into hanging around you annoys me always.
Yeah.
Always. Oh, you can't use that slur and do that. Why? Well, because we want to trick people into going to your business. We want to trick people into patronizing the business of a racist that's why we're going to require you to not act in the way that you want.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my problem. Kids safe pride.
It's just kids in general. Yeah.
Kids in general.
I mean, you got to narrow it down, but it's always about ruining something for the kids.
Yeah. For the kids. At whose behest?
Why can't you buy vapes? Because some dumb kid bought some from China and vaped it too hard and he got sick.
And by the way, teen smoking is skyrocketing now.
Oh, because they can't get the vapes?
Hold on, I have. Yeah,
so they're buying cigarettes?
Uh-huh.
Good. Good. I hope they all fucking get lung cancer and die. Because that's what you get when you write these stupid fucking laws.
Okay, what is your next problem?
My next problem is, I don't know about you, Dick. When I go out, anytime I have to leave my house or I'm outside of my house and I have to use someone else's toilet, it's a nightmare. You know why?
Why?
Because they don't have a bidet.
Oh, yeah, true.
America's resistance to the bidet is becoming a problem.
Yeah.
Now, I have a bidet. It has changed my life incredibly.
Yeah.
You ever take a shit? All right? And you got to wipe.
I've taken a shit.
Yeah, you've taken a shit. We've all done this. We've all seen this. Okay.
I think I have.
But you ever take one of those shits and you just keep wiping and it never stops?
Yeah.
You just wipe it. You're like, how is there any poop left? I've been wiping for an hour. And then you think you're done. You get up 20 minutes later, your butthole starts to itch. You're like, how did anything escape from the... Listen, you get the bidet.
Is that what that itch means?
Yeah, it means that you got a little poo-poo left there. Something's tickling around. But you wouldn't have this problem if you were living the lifestyle I'm living. You get a simple bidet. You attach it to your toilet. You blast a shot of pressurized water up your butthole. It is the greatest.
You're not pulling up a picture, are you?
No, I'm not. Here's
started grabbing for your phone.
No, but I do like to bring facts and figures.
I have a bidet too. I would like it to have like a web component, so I could target.
Yeah,
you know,
like a little
move it around. Yeah,
I want to get one of the ones that like heats the water. I mean, the Japanese, of course, have embraced this technology.
I got my dad one of those for Christmas. He threw a big fit because he'd have to hire somebody to install it.
The heated ones.
No, it was the nice top of the line, $700 bidet.
Well, the thing is, man, people don't realize that the bidet is fantastic. I feel like this is the metric system where Americans are just like, I don't want to change how I go to the toilet. I'm not going to use no fancy European numbers.
Why do you of all people think you have an opinion on the metric system? What do you do that's in measuring in any possible way, and yet you are sure you have the right take on the fucking metric system?
It's the same American pig-headedness. Oh, anything foreign, I don't want to deal with it. Those French, I don't even want their fries anymore. I'm going to eat freedom fries. Okay, no. Sometimes the Europeans and the Asians have it all fucking figured out, okay? Stop fighting them on everything.
Why do you think the metric system is better? I hear this all the time from people who do no construction.
Math in 12s. It's 10, base 10.
It started in base 6. It started in base 12. It's
Go hang out with the fucking Aramecans or the fucking Mayans or whatever the fuck.
It's way easier to divide 12 by 2 and 2 again, or by 3 and 4 than it is to divide 10 by the same number of things.
Okay. Yeah, go wipe your ass with a fucking rock, you caveman. Look.
I want you to build me a desk using 10. Using a metric system.
Okay.
Go to fucking Home Depot and say I'd like 0.01 kilometers
kilometer
I'd like a decameter,
a
decimeter of wood, please.
Listen, man. In the same way,
put up the studs in your house.
I don't understand why you're fighting me on this. The point is, motherfucker.
I just love every time someone who has nothing to do with measuring says it's just
nothing to do with measuring.
Just like how we don't.
I measure shit, okay? It's not like I've never measured anything.
But you really want it to be in
when I look
meters
at the ruler
or
and
whatever.
I can flip it around and I have the option.
And you use the centimeter side?
I think sometimes, yeah.
No, you don't.
It's much more precise.
You measure your cock with the centimeter side of the ruler?
I need 2 rulers.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
174 centimeters.
You lie.
I don't fucking know. My problem is not the metric system. You're trying to switch topics because you know it'll make me look bad. Look, the point is, not only is the bidet fantastic for your fucking asshole, you asshole.
The scientists here use the correct system.
Oh, okay.
Scientists, when it's good for them.
Yeah.
Construction doesn't. Regular people doesn't. Because a foot's like the size of your fucking foot. That's why.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I use my actual feet to measure shit.
People do. People
They shouldn't. That's
people
retarded.
Step things off all the time.
Oh my god, dude. All right, now my problem is people who insist that the metric system is not worth its weight.
It is not worth
Why does it
switching.
work?
It's
Why does it work
good.
everywhere else?
I don't know
Is
why
American craftsmanship that much better than anywhere else in the world?
Yes.
What, German precision engineering, the Japanese?
I don't know why Europe switched.
Why do you
to
think?
it.
Why do you
I
think
don't know.
Japan's able to miniaturize everything?
You know what? I'll
because
tell you
they
why.
take our giant, clumsy feet and then they shrink it down to this perfect little bite-sized clock radio that fits on your hand. It fits on your wrist.
I think America's bigger.
Yeah.
So that our system grows harder, and America just let the right system, let whatever better system win.
Better system.
Let the better system win. And they didn't do that in Europe. They said, well, this makes sense to us, brainiacs,
Yeah.
who don't measure things, by the way.
Just eyeballing it.
This is just classic American pig-headedness. Look, 60% of Japanese households have a bidet. 90% of Venezuelan households have a bidet. It has increased health benefits. And
90%?
90%. That's what they say. Increased health benefits. You don't get as much damaged skin or hemorrhoids, of course.
Oh, really? It decreases hemorrhoids?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
Well, a lot of hemorrhoids are from like roughing, like too hard wiping back there.
too hard of wipes.
Yeah, well, you'll like rupture some shit if you're really grabbing at the back of your ass.
Jesus.
How do you wipe your ass?
I mean,
Take it in there.
You grab the sandpaper and really get in there.
Do you remember that time in our shared history where every asshole had to tell you the secret of using like those fucking moist wipes and then finishing it off with some toilet paper?
Which is, I don't think that's helpful. I never understood that.
I mean, we just had to sit through that conversation multiple times.
Really?
Like, oh God, why do I have to hear about this again? Why do I have to hear
I
about
remember
this
guys being
fucking
like, oh, I only use the
miraculous
wet
system?
wipes, which they clog up the toilets and stuff. You're not even supposed to use them for that.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. This is very important. If Americans switched to bidets, we currently use 36.5 billion rolls of toilet paper annually in this country.
Okay.
Switching to bidets could save 15 million trees.
Oh, wow.
Making a single roll of toilet paper, shut the fuck up, requires 37 gallons of water. People say a bidet wastes water.
Yeah.
37 gallons to make one roll of toilet paper.
Oh, I see. So Elon Musk can't shut this one down because it does save.
It saves.
Water.
It conserves. Not to mention toilet paper can clog pipes and creates a significant load onto city sewer systems and water treatment plants. The point is, everything about the bidet is better.
I like to bidet off the tip of my dick when I'm done jerking off too.
Well, there's all sorts of fun stuff you can do.
Why I don't want to wipe, huh?
They say women, if you get a lot of UTIs, you can, blast your area, a little calming stream of water, and help out there. It has all sorts of health benefits.
What women are you?
I don't know.
Blast your area.
I'm just
Blast your
her.
area.
Yeah, blast your area. You don't say that to a girl right before you go to town.
Make sure you blast your area. Things are gonna get hot
No,
tonight.
I tell her, oh, I'm gonna blast your area tonight, baby.
Oh, I'm not
See
gonna.
that
I'm not
area?
gonna do that.
It's
so.
gonna get blasted. Oh no! Stop fearing the bidet. Bidet fear is my problem, Dick. It's unwarranted.
I wanted Maddox to bring in the imperial system, whatever ours is.
Yeah, so you kind of used me as a stand-in.
I knew he would eventually.
You really, see, because I'm not even that passionate about that. It's just,
I know, but
I don't
people
have a leg
are.
to stand on.
Like on Reddit, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I mean, it's like how the U.S. doesn't." So it's like, why do you think that? What is missing in your life that you're not using fucking meters and liters? Like, go to a bar and ask for 1.5 liters of beer instead of a pint. Go for it. Go nuts. Nothing's stopping you.
I got pulled down a rabbit hole on that one. In over my head.
Okay,
I should measure more things and then I'll know.
Build me anything and use your fucked system.
I can build some stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter which side you use for like a small project.
Go do it then.
I imagine
You'll have fun.
I imagine there's some benefits to the metric system. I'd have to look it up.
Okay, mine. I think the main benefit is conversion across volumetrics.
Yeah. Well,
like
the conversion from across
liters to
countries.
feet and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
that
just
too.
to set a standard, worldwide.
Fat brain is my problem. Is my final problem. Let me
Yes.
pull this up. Fat brain. And this is a woman who has determined that blood pressure cuffs are cheating the data, and that's why fat people have high blood pressure, because it's the cuffs are too small and not made for. This is fat brain in action. I've brought in a couple examples of fat brain.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Today I learned that because they're designed for thin people, blood pressure cuffs are simply inaccurate for fat bodies. That was her term, not mine. Although she might have meant it as fat bodies instead of the pejorative fat bodies. And the false measurements skew in the direction of bias. So like, oh yeah, she understood the study. So who knows if weight has any connection to blood pressure at all? Who knows? Who could possibly know? It's because the cuffs. See? It's because the cuffs, Vito.
You always need an excuse.
They can't fit their fat in the cuff, so they're getting bad blood pressure readings.
Yeah, I'm not sick. It's that the world hasn't designed its equipment to accommodate someone as
I wish I
beautiful as
could
me.
get any doctor to believe this. It also reminded me, and this is a pig responding. I wish I could get any doctor to believe this. It also reminded me how when my doctor asked me to get a home blood pressure monitor for the hypertension I was diagnosed with solely based on my high blood pressure when taken in office, I had to explain that I couldn't find a cuff big enough for my arm.
Okay, that's just incorrect. That's not true.
Even in the men's sizes, Vito.
They make cup.
I wish I could get
How
any
huge
doctor
could
to
she
believe.
possibly be? What are you talking about?
Have you seen my 600-pound life?
Yeah, but is that a 600-pound lady?
Might as well
And
be.
even then, I'm sure you can find a specialty cuff. They still check your blood pressure, even if you're gigantic.
Wait a minute.
So this is fat people who just, rather than accepting that they're fat and unhealthy.
Fat brain
Right.
will let you pull any reason possible why there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, they're
In fact,
against you. They don't
this-
understand that you're actually very healthy.
This equipment is systemically rigged
Right.
to give high blood pressure diagnoses. What about the test of climbing up the stairs? How's that one? Are the stairs
They
systematically
don't understand
rigged?
that fat people, we need stairs that are at a certain incline. Then it would be fine. Then I wouldn't get winded after 5 of them.
Metric stairs.
Here's my other example of fat brain. This is a woman commenting on attraction and who you are allowed to be attracted to. Here we go. Let's listen to this. It's only a minute long. She got winded by the end and had to stop the broadcast.
Hey, bestie! You're wrong.
Oh, God.
I think it's time for another adult pre-K lesson. What do you think? All right, turn your listening ears on. Zoop, catch a bubble in your mouth. Good job. Okay, here's the
God,
thing.
I hate teachers.
Having a preference is
So
something
she's
like...
responding to somebody who said, oh, he isn't attracted to bigger girls, like how some people aren't attracted to smaller girls. Oh,
I
yeah,
hate when
that's...
white women think they're really funny, you know?
Yeah.
It's like really obnoxious.
He isn't attracted to bigger girls, kind of like how a lot of guys aren't attracted to thin girls.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Same thing.
same thing.
Goes exactly the same.
You hear that all the time.
Right.
Everyone is entitled to their own preferences. Well, here's what that's what she's saying is wrong. Here you go.
Like, I'm looking for a partner who likes kayaking or wakes up early in the morning or...
Has a healthy BMI.
Can't find a big enough kayak.
You ask this fat lady, name a form of exercise. Kayaking?
Yeah, one of those that's a top 5.
Okay. Survey says.
Loves pizza. But when your preferences exclude an entire group of marginalized people, that's problematic. Okay, that's not nice. That's not a preference. If you lump all fat people in one group together as though they are not
Here it comes.
very different individuals,
Here it comes.
that's fatphobic. Just like lumping all black people in one group and saying, I don't like black people is racist. And lumping all disabled people in one group and saying, I don't think people in wheelchairs are hot is ableist.
God.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dick, as a member of the fat community, I disown this woman and her opinions.
What, have you ever struggled with fat brain?
Yeah, I mean, you make little justifications here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my problem.
Yeah.
Just because of those threads, I guess.
Fat people believe that they suffer as much. It's similar to the discrimination historically faced by as marginalized communities as the African American community.
Yeah.
You know, you see a lot of cops, you know, shooting fat people.
It's fatty. Yeah. Where'd you get that sandwich, fatty? It's actually a gun.
It's a rap. It's a rap. Cops love fat people because they know A, you're not going to run, and B, if you do run, it's going to be fucking hilarious.
They're gonna just go to the nearest hometown buffet.
They're just going to jog beside you, like, you done, buddy? You still trying to get away?
The rookie's like, oh, he's getting away. He's like, don't worry. There's a hometown buffet about 6 blocks that way. We'll scoop him up on the dumpster. And
we'll hide behind the soup with some tasers and get that guy.
Okay, so go vote on the problems again. Somebody was I'm sorry that there's no downvoting. Fuck. And you have to log into Patreon. Sorry about
that. Big a deal.
Okay, let's see what else I had here. To complain about.
And ignore Dick's metric system sidebar. Really tried to nail me on that one.
I want you to put a TED Talk together about how the average person's life would be improved by using the metric system.
I think it is an international thing. If you try to order stuff from another country, it's all confusing.
What are you ordering?
I don't know.
Do you want shirt sizes in metric?
Yeah, shirts.
This is a small as a 1. The medium would be a 10.
There's no standardized real clothing sizes anyway.
Comments. Critical thinking. I just watched the episode where Dick was pissed off that people had to sign a declaration, I think he means, in a government job that they were not allowed to boycott Israel. It's actually quite hilarious. I bet it's not. Quite hilarious to see how his tune has changed now for some reason. Because I got bar mitzvahed. His arguments here are as pathetic as his argument preparing a stick man drawing to Lolicon. Have to say Vito was a present surprise. What the fuck is going on?
This guy from Vietnam or something?
I'm not sure what you mean
Vito
by
was
that.
present on show.
He did not talk over people like he has done before and made the show quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I got to shut up more.
That stickman thing, really, I don't see what the difference is.
You said, a stickman and Lolicon is
writing it out with words.
Well, that's the question.
Imagining it in your phone, like, oh no, oh, you took my drawing. I'm still imagining it. Whoa, what are you gonna do now?
At what point is your drawing? They're
gonna have a sit-in. All the lollies are gonna go sit in at Congress and when all of it's illegal, they're gonna have a sit-in and think about it. And then what?
It's just confusing. It's like, at what point is a drawing so good that you're like, oh, now it's pornography? Because if it is a stick figure, it's like, well, you can't be upset about that.
Can't be upset about any of it.
If you're good at drawing and it kind of looks like an actual thing,
you can't be upset about any of it. And by that, I mean here is a fucking chilling stat that I wanted to talk about last show. Let me see here. This is how many hours. I was going to bring this in as a problem, but this is kind of a looser version of that show, so. This is how many hours the average person had to work to buy one share of the S&P 500 for the entire 50s, 60s, 70s, and most of the 80s. And all of the 80s, it was under 40 hours a week, bouncing between 5 and 40. So the average person would have to work anywhere from 40 probably half a week. Yeah, 40-hour week on average, right? Our parents, Gen X parents, millennial parents, and Gen X and millennial parents. So boomers and silent generation. They had to work a half a week to be able to invest in a single unit of the stock market, right? Mm-hmm. The stock market is a casino that you have to participate in to retire. Like, that's your retirement, right? That is the American dream, investing in it.
The American dream is gambling it all on a thing you can't predict.
Since the 90s.
Whether or not you'll be allowed to survive as an old person. It has
skyrocketed up to, I checked today, it was 137 hours. So our labor, anyone who grew up in the 90s and beyond, the value of your labor on average is 6 times less than your parents. So if anybody's asking why millennials don't just get a job, no matter what the dollar sign is, this is what it means for your retirement. Like, this is what it means for the actual value of your worth when compared with the market as a whole, which is not half a week to buy a single share, but 120 hours at 3 days.
Yeah. Wait.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. So almost a month. It takes
40-hour week, 120 hours.
Yeah.
Saying.
It takes you 3 weeks to get the same bang for your buck. It takes 3 weeks for you to work.
obtain the same amount of the market.
Yeah, for you to work for the same piece size of America that it took your parents
half a week.
Yeah. 3 days. If you're worried about anything, my point is, if you're worried about anything, Lolly, whatever, and it's not that single solitary figure, you're wasting your time. That is your life flushing down the fucking drain. That single graph. Let me pull it up. Vito, what are you going to say?
Well, they always try to distract. I mean, it's anything. I mean, like, even like the ongoing, the racial stuff. You're like, yeah, this is all terrible, and I totally agree with all of it. But ultimately, they always want to distract you away from the economic aspects, the economic arguments. They love
3 weeks.
They love that people are sitting around going, the real problem in this country is race relations.
Blackface.
Yeah, and you're like, no, that's they want you to think that. They want you to constantly talk about that. That's why the media is talking about it every fucking day of the week. Because otherwise they might report on this shit.
I'm glad you're all here for the George Floyd Memorial. No, we're having a drag bankers into the street day. As it turns out. That's what George Floyd would have wanted.
Well, then we're going to have the FBI come and assassinate your leaders in the sleep. Yeah, of course.
Okay, what else we got? Thank you, Critical Thinking. Valerie Kelsey, Pokemon card scalping is history repeating itself. We were the direct victims of adults scalping Beanie Babies when we were kids. Now we hoard Pokemon cards. How about that? The cycle of violence continues.
Were kids into Beanie Babies, though? I felt like that was always like... I don't remember any kid who really cared about Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I think
it seemed like it was more adults who were like, yeah, these are like super rare and blah, blah, blah. It was like moms and like
kids
weird.
Didn't give a fuck about Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I
just cared about Pokemon.
I remember as a kid, like they're like, oh, there's gonna be Beanie Babies in the Happy Meals or whatever, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know some kids have a couple of those, I guess.
The Gentleman's Sausage, pronoun resistance is the biggest problem because people are choosing to lose. It costs literally nothing to just be they, them, and then you win. Yeah. I mean, people are playing.
I still don't understand the definition of win.
I don't know. Either. It's like men are better than women. Like, and no one has ever asked me, "What do you mean by better?" And then I just go, honestly, I don't know.
You know what? It's just fun to say.
I mean, just fuck women, right? Like that's pretty much the book.
Maybe that's why it came in dead last.
Coke and Steve says, "Dude, I'm poor. Thankfully, I live in a compact, semi-urban area that's fairly bicycle-friendly, which allows me to sacrifice a superfluous vehicle in exchange for silly little things like food and shelter. I'm not trying to be a public nuisance. I'm just trying to go to work and get by. Lay off the fucking bicycle hate, man." I don't know what that was directed at, honestly.
Well, that was like an old thing, right?
That was new, that was a brand new comment.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I know one of your old shows was complaining about bikers or whatever.
I mean, I do complain about bicyclers.
But you don't hate bicyclers who like, stay to the sidewalk and don't bother anybody.
No, I hate them
all of them.
Yeah.
If you own a bicycle, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. No, you don't. I used to be a bicycler. I used to bike to work every day. It was great.
Horrible.
I stayed out of everybody's way.
Hey, Dick, Asher is what we call in Hebrew a homo masriach. A smelly I don't know. I disavow that. I don't know what that means.
Is that for real?
Yeah, this is what he says.
Smelly golem? What?
I was born in Israel here, and he was born in Israel here and lived here a whole 2 months in 2011.
Oh, okay.
What a fucking hero. It's as if he was almost on all the 9/11 flights. He was lucky.
I was almost the pilot. Yeah.
It's a good one. He was lucky enough to get out of here and not have to worry about teaching his kids why they hear alarms and need to go into shelter whenever Abdullah or whoever the fuck down south wants his people to die in vain, and still has the audacity to pretend that he knows anything about any of this. We have mandatory army service here, something he avoided being the smelly F-slur he is by leaving the country, some of which fought in Gaza, and some who were fighter pilots that actually bombed it. Let me key you in on their directives going over to bomb Hamas bases and shit. Hey guys, don't shoot kids. We don't want anything, we don't gain anything from shooting kids. That's what they tell the fighter pilots. Just
Makes sense.
This shit's never going to end, and I care about resolving it as much as you do, other than actually trying to take care of the safety of my family who's affected by it. We're going to keep winning, but idiots like Asher just infuriate me, and they should go get some hummus, shove it up their ass, and use it as lube for the Palestinian dick they love so much. Go fuck yourself, and smooches for Johnny, Sean, and Vito. L'chaim. Joseph, who's actually in Israel and experienced being bombed, you fucking dipshit. Well,
Got the Israeli perspective there.
I guess that would kind of upset.
Passionate people, I'd say. It's got some colorful language.
Yeah. Oh, more about Israel, huh?
Oh, really? People had strong opinions on Israel? That's interesting.
Again,
Never seen
people in America like so up. Oh, well, they're taking our tax dollars. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much all the tax dollars are getting wasted.
Yeah.
I don't know why today you're upset about those.
Right.
They're all just getting burnt. They all didn't need it to be collected anyway. They could have just printed more money, but that would deflate, that would make the rich people's money worth less.
Right.
So instead, they set up this elaborate system to fuck over Dad and take his money and fuck him over and feed it to the rich guys. And Israel has something to do with it. Oh, you don't say. All right, let me see who else we got. Does anybody want to call in today?
Hashtag Free Palestine. I don't really care. There's a ceasefire, though, right? So it's fine.
It's fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, Reddit
They
rages.
ceased.
Reddit rages. What time? Oh, it's only one right now? Wow. Traditional Cup. IT guys make me rage so hard. Michael Crichton was spot on when he described the IT guy in Jurassic Park as a lady, greedy, sloppy fuck-up who just diddled around for hours before screwing up the entire park. I've known an IT guy to actually get something. I've never known an IT guy to get something done. Every single one I've worked with always follows this pattern. Poke around with shit that's not really broken. Break the fuck out of it. Spend weeks trying to fix it, but mostly sitting around fucking off while getting paid. And when you finally lose your shit on them, the best they'll do is a convoluted mess of wires and monitors that looks like hell and runs like shit. It's only a matter of time before he cuts the... Oh, he was... something about an unhygienic slobber. Well, I don't know. IT guys?
Yeah, I haven't dealt with an IT guy in a while.
Adenove, my company is issuing work phones to everyone that doesn't already have one, and what makes me rage is all the incessant bitching from boomer coworkers that want to continue to use their personal phones. Just shove the company phone in a drawer, keep using your personal phone, and shut the hell up. Or better yet, just retire already. Yeah, I guess that would be
Yeah, why would you complain about getting a free phone on top of your phone? I don't understand that.
always a problem.
Just need something to complain about.
Detective Jarvis, people guessing the gender of your unborn child. We're not going to know till birth, but people say the following to my wife. Your face isn't as fat as last time. It must be a boy. Or you sneezed a lot yesterday, so it's definitely a girl.
Yeah.
Same person again, but with a bunch of people agreeing with them this time. Well, when the sun was in the east, you queefed before breakfast. Whoa, but burped after breakfast. You slept on your right side last night, but the sun gave you a new freckle, and you look tired today, so it's got to be a boy, even though it was a girl last week.
People just making guesses.
Yeah.
You just summon the tree witch and have her dream the nightmare of...
If only women didn't get so fat.
Yeah.
If they could just be pregnant and do the whole thing without, if they could just put it in a pod, you know?
They're doing that.
I can't wait for that.
Did you see they grew a deer in a bag?
Really?
Yeah, so they can make artificial wombs. Right now it's going to be for like kids who are born premature. You take them and you immediately jam them in a womb bag.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a video if you want to watch of a...
No, I feel like
I gotta see it right now.
I got the whole thing.
It's pretty creepy to see a like half-formed deer just writhing around in a It's like a see-through bag. You can see what's going on.
I want a few. I mean, obviously, that's got to be bad for the baby. We don't have to. I don't have to even care about that. Let's just stick the stupid people's babies in the pods so they can get out and start collecting welfare and eating bugs. Right? This is the future that I'm happily gunning for now.
Well, you're gonna have a pod in your house. They actually have mock-ups where you'll be able to watch your baby grow and like pour bugs into a funnel so the kid can eat them in the womb.
And then you can just have hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
A bunch of iBaby pods around your apartment.
Let me see what else I got here. Get vaccinated or lose your job.
Yeah, that's Steven putting chemicals in the water to make him gay before he comes out. I want a gay son.
The anti-vaxxers. It looks like they deleted. Oh, did you see the Amazon suicide pod?
Yes.
Let me see that.
I think I saw you post it.
Let me bring that up. They deleted their post
they deleted
about
the
it.
tweet about it?
They deleted the whole video about it.
Yeah, because what the hell? What are you, insane?
So Amazon,
If you're going to
Johnny,
announce
did you see this one?
anything.
No.
Amazon made a they you know how in press releases now, like they have to say so and so has teamed up with, like, the ultimate in
Right.
pod making has teamed up with the mindfulness expert to bring you the Amazon wellness booth called Amazon wellness booth, which was basically a jerk off. It's this little tiny
It's a
booth.
closet to go in and sob because you work at an Amazon warehouse.
It's a closet in the middle of an Amazon warehouse where you could go be on the computer. And I think they had it locked down to only let you do mindfulness exercises.
Is there a computer in there?
Yeah, there was a computer
Okay,
in
so you
there.
like sit down and like has you do like little Zen, whatever the hell.
Unless you work on your breathing.
Right. And then there's a drawer with a revolver and one bullet also, I'm pretty sure.
The Zen booth. A key part of the Working Well program is Amazon, a meditation and mindfulness initiative provided to Amazon warehouse employees via the computer in the Zen booth. Like the fucking Batmobile, everything in the Zen booth. During shifts, employees can visit Amazon stations and watch short videos featuring easy-to-follow well-being activities, including guided meditations, positive affirmations.
The entire booth just goes black and it just blinks obey at you for an hour.
Calming scenes with sounds. So like a screensaver,
Yeah.
like just Windows logos flying around.
Flying toasters going past.
And so much more, the company said in a statement. But internet users are responding. We're quick to criticize the Zen booth.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Look
if
at
you're
this.
going to announce something, maybe be like, oh, we're going to pay everybody a little more because we're a bajillion-dollar company. Not, we built one box where you can watch videos.
We built a suicide booth
Yeah.
that taunts you on the outside with the promise that something in this booth could deliver you out of what is certainly obesity-triggered depression. As though anything magic, with the constant reminder that absolutely nothing can save you from the hell that is your life, that could possibly be in this magical booth, unless it is a time machine or something that would just squish you or poison you the second you stepped in.
Yeah.
A little blue.
A sweet gas releases into the booth, inducing a calmness in the occupant.
How
As they lose motor function and their brain shuts down,
How,
they enter a state of heightened bliss.
how out of touch would the person who worked on this have to be with not like specifically Amazon workers, but just work in general? Like as though any manual or physical labor job in human history would be at all bettered or ameliorated by a fucking blue booth in the middle of your job site that you could go sit in and watch mindfulness tutorials. Guided meditation. Oh, does your back feel like it's gonna fucking break because you're loading dildos and sex dolls into cardboard boxes all day? Why don't you come in here and get scolded? Scolded by a soft British voice who made more than you did today, producing this fucking video.
And you can't even play solitaire on the
You can't even play solitaire on it or look at pornography.
Couldn't you just get them like a cooler of beer and like a nice outdoor patio to like relax, take a load off?
Hire more
Not a
guys.
fucking booth.
Stop running articles on the newspaper that you also own about how much money the stock market, anything. At Amazon, I get to do what I love. Who the fuck? According to Amazon, the Zen booth, here we go.
I get to do what I love.
It's
What,
the brain-
loading boxes onto a conveyor belt?
She's I think this is the woman that created it.
Oh,
She's a psychopath. She enjoys
she gets to
inflicting harm.
torture I get to do what I love. Torture the underclass with my maniacal inventions.
According to Amazon, the Zen booth is the brainchild of employee Leela Brown.
Originally,
workplace-
knives would come out at random intervals because I really wanted to hurt people, but we decided this was much better.
The workplace health and safety program manager for Amazon. At Amazon, I get to do what I love. Every day I get to use my knowledge and skill set to work with creative people to create something great for employees. Oh, nailed it. Fucking nailed it. There you go.
I'm working on a wristband that jabs you with needles every time you start to feel sleepy. So our employees can work for 16 hours at a time.
We introduced calming collars that they're metal collars that you put on and they tie you. They're linked to your workstation, so you don't have to get all confused about where you're going.
And if you get too far away, it starts to vibrate and heat up, so you know you've done something wrong. And it will explode if you leave the premises, which serves as an excellent reminder to the other employees to stay at their designated workstation.
Let's see. American Airlines investigating a pilot who opposes his school district's critical race theory plan.
Well, I can't trust that man to fly a plane. Of course not.
You got a problem with the way your school is teaching your children? No, well, that's no kind of pilot that we want to have at American Airlines.
That really determines your ability to keep that thing in the air.
Oh, what a disaster.
You might be thinking racist thoughts and get so distracted that you slam it into a mountain.
You might be thinking about the amount of anti-racism that's on the rise might upset you.
That's
while
true.
You're flying.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Maybe the least racist pilots are the worst ones because they're too busy thinking about,
Yeah.
the struggle.
All right. We can just do voicemails. Did anybody want to call in? I know, I forgot his name. Isaac wanted to call in, but like usual, people say they want to call in and they don't show up. Your old pal DP, my old ass tweaker hippie neighbor won't use weed killer on her weeds. Instead, she sprays them with vinegar. She swears by it, even though it hasn't been fucking working. It smelled like vinegar outside for a month because she treats her yard every morning and afternoon. You know what they do in this neighborhood? They use their clothes washing machine.
Yeah.
To put in the yard.
Wait, they put their clothes washing machine outside?
No, they just pipe the water out there.
Oh.
Save the water.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. What else?
Yeah, well, is that helpful? I mean, instead of flushing
How
it down
much
a tube
water?
or something? Yeah.
How much are we saving here, guys? Did you need the flowers?
The environment, man.
Yeah, anyway. All right, everybody. Go vote at the problems, patreon.com/The Dick Show. Vito, where can they go to find you?
Patreon.com/The Vito Show.
Okay. See you next Tuesday. I don't know if Sean is coming back next Tuesday or
You'll have to find out.
next week or not. I guess we'll find out. We might have to do a third, boys. I don't know. Let's do voicemails
we'll find
though.
out.
Presenting Dick.
Oh, ba-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Sean. I'm a couple weeks behind. I'm just getting to the part of one of these episodes where this alpha incel is calling in, and I'm listening to him, and this guy can't even interact in a positive way with women to try to fuck them, and he thinks he's gonna survive and thrive in some post-apocalyptic nightmare and go on a killing rampage. This guy can't even talk to a chick, and he thinks he's gonna fucking kill a guy.
Yeah.
He's right. He is retarded. He's not just a little autistic. He's fucking autistic. If there was a poster child for modern day Asperger's, this fucking retard would be it.
Wow.
Jeez.
They're
that's all I got.
Yeah.
Anyway, go fuck
Was there an
yourself.
incel claiming he was going to take over?
He was like really pissed off, and then he was like, a lot of people who want a doomsday world
Are not suited for a doomsday world.
Yeah, but they want it, and they think that their skills would serve them well in a doomsday world.
Yeah.
I don't think really that they would. Like
No.
brooding. I mean, pretty
adult
much
depression?
just engineers would survive. Psychopaths and engineers. It would be a lot like today's world. That's who would. That's who would
Right.
excel.
Whoever's got the most healthy kids and you train them to kill.
Yeah.
I always thought that was the best survival strategy.
Oh, yeah.
You have like 10 kids. All those guys who get like 10 kids and doomsday preppers with a bunker. I'm like, well, if anything goes down, I mean, they're going to win. You get 10 feral wolf children storming your house to take all your shit. What are you going to do?
I don't understand the doomsday. People how do you, what's your plan here? You just camping?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to be an extended fun camping thing, except, they have a bunch of guns, so they're going to murder anybody who gets near them.
Okay.
And eat their 10,000 jars of canned beans they have in a shelter.
The only thing you need to prep is just a mountain of cocaine.
Yeah.
Because if you can stay up, the less you sleep in a doomsday world, the more dangerous you are. Right? If I can stay up for 7 days straight, I own LA.
Just get on a fucking sick ass one and do damage.
I'm just what's your doomsday plan? I'm gonna wait till I feel sleepy at night, and I'm gonna do a shitload of cocaine. And then that's when the murdering begins that night.
You've seen that Jim Baker guy, the televangelist who sells his Rapture buckets full of perishable foods?
No.
He's one of those guys who was like a scammer back in the day. He went to jail for taking everybody's money, and now he's back doing the exact same thing. I don't understand why Christians just fall for it all over again. But his big grift is that he does the show, and he goes, listen, the rapture's coming. When it happens, I mean, some of you guys are going to be stuck here, so you're going to eat this bucket of cornmeal. He's selling it, it's like dry foods, but he sells it for like 3 times whatever it normally costs.
Didn't Tim Pool sell that shit?
Selling doomsday prepper buckets and whatever else? Probably, man. They're all about survivalist stuff. He's like, look at this cheesy potato rice. You and your family gonna be eating good when God's ripping people off the earth, flinging them into the sky.
There's some people in the Discord I saw talking about like silver, buying solid silver because it will in a doomsday scenario.
What are you gonna do with silver? Make arrowheads?
No, I think it's gonna be like
that's gonna be
currency.
What you trade.
Like, I don't.
No.
Where you going?
Why don't you just get a bunch of beads? Maybe what do you?
Toilet paper.
We're gonna go back to
Toilet paper is gonna be the currency. By the way, I wish every year. I think we should start this tradition. Every year, on whatever day the lockdown was declared.
Yeah.
Everyone go buy all the toilet paper. Like this is like an annual, like Christmas, except like pandemic miss.
And you have to wear a mask to the store.
You wear a mask to the store and buy all the toilet paper. Don't worry about how much it costs because you're going to use it all eventually. Just buy like, pretend like, remember it was like day one of the, we got to go buy toilet paper. And everybody goes out because number one is fun. It's fun to have traditions, illusion, then we get illusion of permanence, whatever. It's our own tradition. We don't have to celebrate Christmas like our fucking boomer parents forced us to do and still force us to do. It's our own tradition. And number 3, there will always be some guy who forgot that it was pandemic
toilet paper day.
And he'll go to the store and go, oh, fuck. Fucking toilet paper day.
You know why I won't?
Fucking dickhead is toilet paper day. God damn it. I knew it. I had it in my calendar. I forgot again. Now I have to use a magazine.
You know how that guy can avoid that rage?
How?
Get a bidet.
I'm with you on that.
They're fantastic.
I don't want another guy using my bidet though. Like I don't want you using my
fresh
bidet.
Water every time.
I don't care. About? I don't like that it. I
don't like that the jet of water touched my butthole.
Yeah,
it doesn't go back down to the.
But it's like Theseus's axe. Or whose axe is it? Theseus' ship.
The ship of the ship of Theseus.
Whose axe is it?
I don't remember.
Somebody made it an axe metaphor. Somebody ripped off the Theseus ship and made it an axe. Like if you replace all the pieces of his ship,
and the shaft.
Is it still his ship? Yes, because metaphysically, the concept of his ship still exists, even though it's all been replaced piece by piece, and the replacing of the pieces is part of its story. I feel like the bidet penetrates your asshole.
Yeah.
Metaphysically. And I don't want to share that with you.
Okay.
Even though the water's
You're saying
different.
I'm leaving a little bit of myself behind.
Metaphysically.
Yeah. You're going to feel my ghost connected through the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Gimli's axe. They're saying it's Gimli's axe. Okay, let me play another one. There needs to be like a doomsday camp.
I'm sure there's probably something like that.
like we get him all. You could trick a guy and just like do an EMP in his house. Put
The
him in a
problem is you
Faraday
train your kids
cage.
too well, they send child protective services at you. I mean, you should be training your kids stealth assassinations,
Really?
how to raid a bunker. Yeah, I mean, these are important skills.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Dick, I got a problem for you.
Okay.
Shitting in bathroom stalls as a tall man. Specifically, the wiping aspect of it. I'm a guy who stands up when he wipes because...
Are you kidding me?
it's the superior way to do it. It's normal.
Stands to wipe.
Tired of pretending like it's not.
You sit down, wipe?
Yeah. If I'm out and if I'm not using my toilet, yeah. You stand up to wipe?
Yeah. But you mean you stand up to wipe if you're at home?
No.
But not if you're out?
I never stand up to wipe. Your ass cheeks go back together if you stand up. The whole point
kind of maneuver it,
The whole point of the sitting is that it's spreading your butt cheeks
I never wanted
apart.
to have this debate. So but how do you
stand
cramp?
to
Yeah.
I go in from the underneath, from the left.
You sit there and go back to front while you're sitting down on the toilet?
Yeah. No, not back to front to back.
You sit, how?
What are you talking about?
How do you get in there?
I'm sitting on the toilet. I have toilet paper in my hand.
Okay.
I go under my...
I've tried it.
I go
couldn't
under
figure it out.
my butt cheek.
Okay.
I believe I don't know. I mean, I don't, again, I'm not a toilet paper guy. I think you may be right.
What do you mean you're not? You got to use toilet paper after a bidet, though.
Just like a dab.
Well,
honestly,
hopefully.
I don't even.
Ideally.
Yeah. I go under. You go
What
under.
can go wrong down
you
there,
go
though?
under the butt cheek, and then you wipe it. Why do you stand? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Do you stand up
easier to
like
get
fully
access.
erect? And then
Fully erect.
And then do you?
No,
not
just
like they're
flaccid, normal. I'm not aroused by it.
Oh well. And then do you sit back down at any
I
point?
don't know. Fully erect.
Do you sit
mostly erect?
All right. But then I don't. That's how do you get it all out? When
How do you fucking get it all out if
when
you're
you
sitting?
stand
Aren't
up-
you kind of standing up to get in there anyway?
Well, you got to put a foot on the
lean.
sink to
It's
get
a
better
lean.
leverage.
You put a foot on the sink?
No, I don't put a foot on the sink. I lean slightly to the side.
Is this
raising-
another metric system
I'm
issue?
raising one buttock off the seat, which
Okay,
allows
so that's standing already.
it's not standing because I'm still in a stance that widens. Okay, if you're standing up, your butt cheeks are pressed together. How are you getting anything in there?
Your butt cheeks are not pressed together if you're standing up.
You're taking
Things are relaxed.
the filth has exited
You gotta
your,
get
your,
in there
your
a little
butt,
bit.
and by standing up, you're pressing the filth. You're moving it all around. This is insanity. Stand up to wipe.
Is this another over the waistband thing? I don't want to ask you. I don't want to rope you into this conversation.
It might be over
Johnny,
the
do you
waistband.
stand to wipe?
You have to.
You have to.
What do you mean you have
What are you
to?
doing?
I have no
You're
idea what
doing
you
it
guys
all
are talking
wrong.
about.
Have you tried it our way? Because I've tried it your way. I couldn't figure out. I'm like, what do I do? A handoff
Look,
here?
I make it work, but regardless, I have the bidet
Are
and it
you
makes
sure?
everything better. Just get a bidet. That's the answer.
All right.
And they should have them in all the stores. All the stores should have them.
Do they not? It's only online.
Yeah, no store has a bidet.
Man, you can't buy shit anymore. The only thing you can buy in America anymore at the store is like 50 different brands of peanuts.
Right.
Anything else, it's all, well, we could ship it to your store. Would you like that? Oh, yeah. I love ship to my store option. Oh, man, did the Amazon lady come up with this? Hey, instead of shipping it to their fucking house like everywhere else, let's give them the option to ship it to the fucking store so they can have all the fun and enjoyment of getting up, probably not even that day either. We'll tell them at night when we process all the orders that it has arrived. They can get up the next day, dress up like an old person going to go vote, come into the store and deal with some fucking idiot to get their product out of a weird place. Amazing.
After waiting behind a lady who was trying to return her open bottle of shampoo.
Yeah, if you're trying, I tried to get a trellis thing for my yard.
Yeah.
Just a bench and a trellis.
Yeah.
How many home goods stores in LA, home improvements? There's like 6 Home Depots within a 10-mile radius.
Yes.
Not one of them. All you can buy cinder blocks and bags of sand and various weed killing things and drills and such.
It is crazy. I had the same problem with Home Depot, just trying to find like some hooks for the ceiling. And they're like, yeah, we don't have those.
You can ship them to the store.
We can ship them to the store. Yeah, you go on their website. They're right there. You're like, well, why don't I even waste my time coming here?
Why don't you ship this to the store?
Ooh, that's threatening.
When you're in a public stall, you gotta like, if you want to do it, you either gotta do it sitting down, which sucks, or you gotta stand up and then like do the weird half bend forward with your knees, like the half squat.
This is,
like
this.
Your head isn't
I fucking know
above
this.
the stall,
because
you can like
the top.
everyone else.
You don't want people to know,
and they all see what you're doing, like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
and
then it's like
just a huge pain in the ass.
Communal wiping activity, like
because you're looking over the top of the stall while you're wiping.
Well, because they can see the top of your head.
So
that's
why don't
the
you
problem.
Just sit?
Because I have tried. I don't know. I don't understand how you're supposed to do it. I really don't.
Are you trying to go from the front or the side?
What I do is I eat the toilet paper
thing.
and I pull it out of my ass.
That's good. That's a good. Toilet paper. It is a terrible system. The bidet is just better.
Because I know as soon as I know that people could see the top of my head in a bathroom stall, and they know that I'm always thinking there's some fucking idiot in here who does the sit down wiping and who's judging me as like an F slur, like I'm some kind of a lady because I do it standing. And I know, so I hide, I stand up and hunch down so they can't see me. And I don't change my stance because then they'll see me pivoting.
All right.
Have you ever been abroad and used a public toilet where it's like...
Have I ever been abroad? Fuck you.
Well, I don't know. But I'm saying like...
Oh, you mean like overseas?
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you think
calling me a woman because I'm standing up?
Okay. No. What do you call it? Because then it's like you get all the stalls are like little rooms because they don't think you're going to do meth in there. So you get like your own little private bathroom experience.
But you have to shit in metric.
Yeah, exactly. As it comes out of you, as it comes out of you, the electronic bidet measures your fecal matter in centimeters to let you know whether you've had a healthy movement.
America's got to use metric system. You could convert units. When you're driving your kilometers to work. And you need to know how many meters.
A standardized system across the board just makes it easier for everyone. All right?
Yeah, it's time. How long does it take me how far away is the airport? Oh, it's about an hour. There you go.
Okay.
Do you want metric time?
I want to know how many kilometers.
Is the 12 and the 6 not good enough for you on time? Do you want metric, like, do you want 10 hours a day?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
Okay.
10 months in the year.
12 is never a good
12
measure.
sucks.
Oh, yeah. 12 hours, it's so inconvenient.
Base 10, baby.
Have 12 hours in the day. All right, here we go.
Hey, Dick, hey, Sean. You know what makes me fucking rage is all these new TVs. They don't have any fucking buttons on them.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have the remote to use the TV. And my drunk ass cleaned my room and threw away my fucking remote on accident, which you can't even fucking get the right remote anymore. Like, you try to program a new one, it doesn't fucking work.
No, those never work. Those programming shits? No, never.
All I can do with my TV is plug it into my computer and watch fucking downloaded movies on it, and I can't get to Netflix or anything on it because I don't have the fucking remote and there's no buttons on it. Fucking bullshit.
Just go to the store. You have to buy a new TV, get Amazon to ship it to you, take the remote out and say, this TV is missing a fucking remote.
Yeah, I've pulled that move. I do that every time one of my PlayStation controllers breaks. You just buy a new one, put the broken one in the package. You go, yeah, this thing's a piece of shit. And it came all dirty.
Fuck them.
Well, yeah, because they're just going to ship it back to Sony and they're going to fix it and find a way to sell it anyway. So
I don't feel bad committing crimes against big box stores. It's fuck all of them.
Probably it cost them $5 to make the thing anyway.
I still can't believe the day I went into Best Buy to get my phone replaced and realized that these people have been working there 8 hours a day for a year with wearing face masks on the whole time. It broke my brain.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, this is unconscionable to do. How did somebody pass that memo along? Like, I have to go tell these people that they need to wear a mask for 8 hours a day indefinitely? No, I can't do that.
I don't know why there haven't been more workplace shootings as a result of.
Yeah, me either.
Or like when I go to like a drive-through and the McDonald's workers are just there suffering next to a grill.
They deserve it.
Yeah,
they gave me unsalted. Man, we went to a beach. We went to a beach party last week. Drinking on the beach. Dogs on the beach in LA, a fire. Someone just dug a pit and had a fire. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I thought I went back in time to our parents when you could just do normal things like that. We drove home and I said, "Oh man, I'm gonna get like 2 supersized fries. I'm gonna really pig out today. This is gonna be my day." And it was all fucked up. It took forever. The line was long. Get the fries. Here we go, honey. Get on the freeway. I'm gonna save it till we get out of all the jumping around. Put those fries in my mouth. Absolutely no salt.
Wow.
Fuck.
Oh,
how does that even happen?
How do you fuck up the salt? So I threw him out the window.
At least you had a fun beach day.
No, it was ruined because the fries I just told you about.
That ruined the whole thing.
Hey, it's Luke from Western Australia. You know what flipping makes me rage? Middlewits. The people who are just fucking smart enough to think they know something.
Oh,
but too stupid to know what they don't know.
Yeah.
They think they know the totality of all knowledge because they're a little bit smarter than most people.
Yeah.
And you just want to fucking strangle them until they realize there's no way that they know all the things they think they know.
Yeah.
You ever get those guys who... no matter what the topic is, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, I know all about that.
Okay, I know the principles.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the principles aren't what do the job.
I'm a rocket engineer. Oh yeah, I know about rocket engineering. Yeah.
You know that old saying, the details don't really matter.
That's the classic saying, of course. The devil is nowhere. The details are not important.
That middle wit chunk, like 115 IQ on either side. Whatever chunk that goes to college is the most dangerous, obnoxious.
Oh God.
Oh my God! You fuel them up with a little one too many participation ribbons, and you get what is currently America. Well, no matter what happens, we can figure it out together. We're the middlewits. Give us what problems you got. Make sure you list them, and tell me everything that's a problem, and we'll all get together and put our middlewit power together and figure it out.
Yeah, a moron with a college degree is really the most horrible thing.
It is
because it gives them this confidence that they don't deserve, nor should they have.
It's not even morons. It's people who are smarter than most people, I think.
Yeah.
Like 115 is smarter than, I don't know, 60. It's in the top 33% of people, right?
Yeah.
With the bell curve.
Okay.
That is fucking dangerous.
Because they're still not smart enough to really.
Because they're still not that smart.
Yeah.
Like they're smarter than most people. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
Most of these people believe in witches and aliens.
To be fair, those UFO videos keep coming out. I don't know what it is.
What do you mean, what it is?
Well, because I don't know what the UFO videos. I don't know what they're saying. You've seen the weird stuff that's coming out.
A bunch of garbage.
I mean, it could
malfunctions and bullshit.
I assume it's that sort of stuff. I don't know.
I hate aliens. Do you like aliens?
For me, it's the kind of thing where I'm like, well, if evidence comes out, cool, but I'm not like gonna really think too hard about it. Like
what's evidence though? Like if
I don't know, like a
Biden comes out tomorrow and says, "Hey, aliens, we talked to the aliens," and they
I'd probably accept that. Why? Why would they? You would think that they would lie about that for some tactical.
That's there. Assuming that there is aliens, they've been lying about it the whole time. What do you mean? Do I think they would lie?
Well, they could come up with something. What would they get out of it?
Money.
There's other ways to get
aliens
money.
Aliens are gonna lock us down. Aliens need us to lock down because our shit is fucking like a disease for them. Like,
they said we cannot join the Galactic Council unless you continue wearing masks for the next 20 years.
Yes, they will do that.
Yeah.
At some point, they will.
And then they'll give us time travel and immortality.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think that's beyond? Vito, wait a minute. People made up God.
Yeah.
What do you mean are they going to make up aliens? God is 1,000 times dumber than, well, we talked to aliens today.
The government doesn't use God as much these days. For a long time, it was
Have you
like,
heard of the Republican Party?
yeah, well, they're not in power right now.
Trump had to say on television that he believed in God. No fucking way is that true. Well, why would he lie about that?
man.
I'm Donald Trump. Bugging God, guys, right?
Just like Jesus, he has sex with, ladies of the night.
All right. Would they lie about that?
This is a catch-up package calling back in again. Just need to follow up on the refractory period meds you guys were talking about. Do not try it. I mean, this may fit in a little bit with pronoun acceptance, so Dick, you may be on board.
Okay.
The thing they don't tell you about that medicine is you've got to have something up your ass for it to work. Your cock still goes flaccid after the first orgasm, so the second one kind of has a big asterisk next to it. Just a heads up in case you want to know and try it out. I'd still listen to that podcast if you guys do it. So have fun with it. Go fuck yourselves.
I don't know about that up the ass part.
Wait, why would you need something up the ass to get the second one going?
Because that's where your prostate is. I mean, I assume.
You just press
an alien told me.
Yeah, but that just to stimulate the prostate and that gives you what you need to do? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe that guy's tried it.
I don't know where he's getting this research.
Let's see here.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Sean. Here's a rage I've always had. Sneakers people, shoe people. So, if I hit this gold mine in investing, oh God, if I spend $300, I can make $200 on my shoes.
All I have to do is hold a bunch of fucking shoes for years.
In my fucking town, meeting up with my friend. And we just cut the line and just jumped in, and all these people were fucking ass mad. That I don't know, that we got to go in before them, and then even when it came out, we were like, yeah, those shoes are fucking gay, dude. And everybody's like, those shoes are worth a lot of money. Dude, if you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars for a fucking shoe you're never gonna fucking wear, that, by the way, it's probably gonna, more than anything, depreciate in value, what the fuck is your point of your stupid investment, other than just flexing that you're a big gay retard? Anyways, go fuck yourself.
I like this man's energy.
You know any shoe people?
Well, that's what I was saying last week, is that the Pokemon guys, I was saying, just go, do it with something like shoes, at least is a little more.
There's just so much inventory.
A little less pathetic, but yeah, the thing is, do you think the shoe manufacturers haven't caught on and are now going to release a new limited edition shoe every week until the market is so super saturated that no one's going to care about your limited edition? Kobe Bryant took a dump on these, dunks before he died.
I'm so glad my dad is a stockbroker. So I never
bought
have
actual stocks.
Accidentally fall into shoes. What's up? Hey, I just go to the shoe store every week on Tuesday morning and fucking wait for the new shoe.
To be fair, I have a quite valuable video game collection myself, but
I know, but it seems like an albatross around your you got a whole all that fucking inventory.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put
liquidate
it in storage
that shit.
or something.
Let's see here.
Hey, Dick. Here's what makes me rage. Women and their nightmare scenarios that they keep on fucking creating. So I was seeing on social media, I guess.
What do you mean?
Some woman, they do this all the time where they, screenshot and share, their Tinder conversations with how bad men are.
Yeah.
Well, this one was just literally a guy say, I guess some Bumble thing saying, hey, I want to get to know you before anything, and I don't mind taking my time. And so she messaged him, and they're just talking. And he just is like, oh, I realized that we're pretty close. That's pretty cool. And he just sends just a smiling, kind of emoji. And she's like, oh, you're being so forward. And, I didn't realize you're being so forward and being so sexual. And then he unmatched her, and people are like, yeah, see, she was right. And it's like, no, the motherfucker was trying to talk to you and you're already jumping. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this shit. And yet all these comments are all these women with these nightmare scenarios saying oh, you see, him leaving is him admitting that he knew that he was going to, trying to, mess around with her. It's not her that crossed the line. It's not her that made him uncomfortable. It's the other way around. And blah, 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 blah. When guys do this, and it's just oh my God, what the fuck is up with women doing these huge ass nightmare scenarios of everything, reading into like every little situation. Oh, did he put it on his phone? He puts it on his phone because he doesn't want you to look at it, you know?
That's true.
Because he's talking to other children. Other women and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why did
all right, I would get him. Yeah.
I thought he was going to be like, you know how the women always have, they do like their own 9/11 version of like guys they almost maybe could have dated in the right circumstance, where they're like, I matched with him on Bumble. Well, actually it was his cousin, but then he later went and like shot up his workplace. So like we were almost married basically. Or
the girls who need these elaborate, like, oh, I'm going to go talk to a guy, and if I'll give you a signal to come save me from him, you come up with an excuse, like they're on a sitcom.
Yeah,
and they do these.
They share those weird little memes of like, if you're at a bar, you can order these special drinks. The angel shot.
Tell the bartender. Who's a fucking CIA agent? You know these examples. Tell him you want this, and then he'll call the police.
Yeah. But if you tell him you want a red angel shot, that means he'll call Child Protective Services.
But if you tell him that you don't want ice, he will fuck that up. So I don't know how this angel shot thing is going to happen.
Yeah, I just see a bartender going, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, you mean that rape thing on the internet?
Sir, are you going to rape her? See, he's not going to rape you. There's no problem.
He says that guy's in here all the time.
He's good.
I'm going to go call the cops on a guy because you ordered a shot. You idiot. And they share it all day. Just want to make sure. Hey, ladies.
I guarantee no one's ever used that thing. Has that ever been a thing that someone said, I need an angel shot?
No way in hell.
Because this guy, just leave the bar.
Just like what's happening? Has ever punched a man with her keys, her house keys.
Right.
No woman has ever put her keys like Wolverine and hit a guy. Never happened.
That's the most
I don't think it's ever happened to a man, actually. Okay.
Yo, Dick. So I've been listening to your show for a few years, and you know, there's things that I disagree with, and there's things that I agree with. And
what do you disagree
one
with?
thing that you always talk about that you've been super consistent on that I just think is, you know, props to this is sticking it to these stupid no-fappers and the anti-porn people. Now,
yeah, fuck them.
The thing with this is that, remember 5 years ago, we were all complaining about getting banned and you know, Twitter being like, oh, YouTube radicalizes people. Well, it doesn't radicalize people. The thing that I hate most about this now
it
is that
does.
I'm starting to realize, you know, maybe YouTube does radicalize people.
Of course it does.
Now, I'm not saying if you're no-fap, you're radicalized or you're totally radical, dude. But, you know, no-fap is like the stupidest fucking thing ever. I mean, if you go 3 or 4 days without jerking off, it's fine. Because when you do end up, you know, busting a nut, it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. But is it worth it? It's not worth it, man. And you know, if you know fap
that's
for
my
like 2 weeks, your cock
response.
doesn't work the same way. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. This is dumb. This is fucking dumb. You can coom 4 times a day if you want, which is weird, but whatever. I mean, it's not weird. Do whatever you want.
It's called being hungover.
At least in America it is. But, you know, it just doesn't make any sense that it's like, oh, you lose your minerals. You lose your fucking
mineral
minerals.
lossage.
Like,
that's true.
This is fucked up. This is dumb. They
yeah,
make it
it's
seem like if
called
you jerk off,
Dr.
you're gonna die.
Strangelove.
You're gonna shrivel
That
up and die
motherfucker,
like a housefly that gets caught in between the window and the screen. It's normal. It's fucking normal. If it wasn't normal, our hands wouldn't be able to reach down to grab our cocks. Our frontal lobes wouldn't be able to imagine titties.
Yeah.
And the anti-porn shit. It's like, how much porn are you watching a day? If you're watching 8 hours of porn, that's the problem, dude. That ain't my problem. This is just like going into KFC. Just get some popcorn and chicken, and then you get out, you eat in the parking lot, and you don't think about it for the rest of the day. Who are these people?
Yeah, like being straight
with jerking off that they have to start this. I don't want to bash the Christian.
You know what it is? You know what annoys me about this pride? Pulling the sexuality of it is because they're desperately trying to make it an identity, but it's entirely sexual, right?
Right.
Being gay is entirely a sexual identity. Everything else is untouched.
The identity thing is like it's become
like you don't go to gay
new-
McDonald's. You just go to McDonald's. You don't go to gay work. You go to work and work like normal. That was the whole point. Like, well, they're the same as everybody else in all ways except the dick in the butt. That's it. So what's their festival about then? Fucking guess.
Yeah, but now you will have, the local queer-owned coffee shop or whatever.
Yeah, and that's horrible. Like that's fucked up.
And the whole thing's got a rainbow flag on every coffee cup. It's a weird schism between the people who are like, it's just who I like to fuck, and the people who go, it's me. It's what it's all that I am. Me fucking is my only identity.
Yeah.
That's what the furries are doing the same thing. You want to fuck wearing an animal costume, but then you're like, no, I'm actually a wolf. And it's like, no. You just really enjoy fucking wolf. I think you're not a wolf.
No, you watch too much Disney Afternoon and it fried your fucking brain. Like this, there should be a class action lawsuit of furries against Disney. They did this. They fucking did this. If cigarette companies are getting sued, furry promoting Disney's getting sued too. Okay, couple more. What time is it? Oh my God, 1:45.
Did you do Kundalini?
No.
Hey Dick, I just wanted to mention about the episode where Sean is not here, but I'm disappointed in Johnny and Vito and you that the entire time Mr. Semen Retention was on the show talking about Kundalini, that not a single one of you made the joke that he's talking about the Kundalini. I think
we did that though.
I thought that was where the name came from.
I'm not paying you $5. I'm not paying $5 for these.
I think I said Kundalini.
On the daily.
Is Kundalini an actual word?
Kun is.
But is Kundalini an actual word?
K-U-N Delini is a word. C-O-O-M is the joke.
I thought that this was like a thing that the no-fat people had made up to just be like, oh yeah, it's my Kundalini or whatever. Some magic cum spirit that lives inside me.
No.
Oh, well, now I learned something. I didn't make the joke because I didn't realize there was a joke to be made. I thought it was.
I think I made
a self-referential. Yeah, I think you might have said something.
Oh, here Riley called in. Let's see this.
Hey, Dick, it's me, Riley, the Vizier. I was just wondering, why haven't you plugged any of my content with the Golden Bitch? Thanks. Go fuck yourself, and Sean, I miss you.
I guess I could plug it, I guess. Are they YGG Studios? I don't know.
Yeah, Yig Studios.
Yig Studios.
The Void. I forgot to wear my Void Chasers t-shirt next time.
Riley could just text me those types of things, though. He doesn't need to call me a voicemail. Okay, is that maybe one more?
Those boys are always chasing those voids.
Hey, Dick, what makes me a rage is erect brain. I guess it's like a dick measuring contest, but with your brain. Like people walk around showing off like how erect their brain can get. Like,
wow.
Oh, did you hear? Blah, blah, blah. And someone will throw it back, or maybe you're like just playing along, entertaining them, entertaining their thought process, going, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine what you're talking about. I can infer
what are you
where
talking
you're
about?
going with this because I'm a man who kind of gets around and hears, a multitude of things. And then they come back with, no. Look at how smart I am. I bet you didn't think of it this way or this way or this way or this way or this way. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! No one cares how smart anyone is. Does anyone actually care about how smart anyone is?
No.
Like, I don't want to hear anyone brag to me about how much they know about a specific program, which is shit that Maddox loves to do, by the way, picking apart a minutia of stuff and bragging about how much you know trivially about a trivial fucking bullshit thing that doesn't matter.
Like what? Need some examples.
He has been very,
act as if it's very impressive. You're a very impressive person.
You got to give me some examples.
Bow down upon me. I know all DLC that was ever released for a shitty MMO game.
Oh, I see.
And I don't know.
Minutia. This guy really tried to wing it and did not come prepared with examples.
Well, because he's talking about somebody, but he doesn't want to say who it is.
Yeah.
He's talking about someone.
Somebody said something specific to him.
Try dating a teacher or having a mom who is a teacher if you want to really get your fucking brain fried over someone showing off the minutia of things that they understand. Well, actually, that's a sibilant is, or well, that's it's a th sound that they're messing up on.
The predicated noun comes after the substandard noun. Yeah.
Okay. Why did I do this?
Did you see they got rid of the teacher literacy test in New York?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now teachers don't have to be literate.
I don't want to guess why, because I'm sure that's... Well, can't possibly. The reason why I'm guessing is I'm
there was a certain
racist
class of
for me to
teachers
assume
that was having trouble with the test.
What is it? New York?
I believe it's New York Public Schools literacy test. Look up the literacy test. Yeah, you know, just some people.
Test for teacher literacy ditched in New York State. A reader at Burtston points out, but what can I get? EvolutionIstrue.com? That's what comes up as the first link for DuckDuckGo.
Hit the news.
Classic DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
Classic. Everybody. Well, you got to switch. Well, Dick, you're using Google. You're basically supporting the global homo or whatever. You got to switch to DuckDuckGo. Sure. Let me give DuckDuckGo a shot. Public school, New York literacy. Fucking whyevolutionistrue.com. Amazing.
That's my most chosen
amazing
news
results.
Source. What happens if you hit the news tab? They have a news tab. Wow, they just do not.
Doesn't have it at all. Okay.
DuckDuckGo is not that good at
God, I hate
doing the
DuckDuckGo. New York public literacy, New York school literacy test. There it is. Oh, it was the Regents one. Regents, you know what? Fucking ironically, DuckDuckGo had it right away.
Although now it's the New York Times.
God damn it! God damn it! Here, Sean taught me this period thing before it gets rid of it. The Board of Regents on Monday. Well, I guess it doesn't work anymore. Amazing. Well, I really want to learn the whole story and see what's happening below the fold, but I don't have that fucking option of doing it. Thanks a lot. I can't even read it. Well, let's get this white boy.
I think that's a different story anyway. Yeah, because here I actually took the practice test. Let me see. The NYSTCE literacy test. I don't know why I can't find the news article about it, though.
It's been erased.
Okay, here we go.
From
No, wait,
existence.
that's from 2017.
Classic Vito and his right wing. Fake news.
I mean, I kind of...
Classic
Where did I read
Vito.
this, though? Why is it hiding now?
Worst take yet, Dick. What was the worst take? No, Zoo, it's not Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune goes, Wheel of Fortune, na. Or is that, no, that's Jeopardy.
Yeah.
How does Wheel of Fortune go?
Wheel of Fortune goes... I don't know Wheel of Fortune.
Tonight.
I was about to do
That's Tonight's Show. That's got to be
it's got to be Tonight's Show.
All right.
I was thinking Price is Right.
Okay, we're done. That's Vito's. I remember reading this shit. That's just driving me nuts. All right, bye, everybody. Johnny, do you want to plug anything? Okay. Nope. Goodbye.
Presenting